In an RV, it's a little bit more challenging to have a dedicated workspace, especially when you're living with so many people. My wife and I travel in our RV full-time with 5 of our 6 kids, so that's 7 people in our RV. Now, it's easy to say, okay, we could work from a laptop, but where do you work? The seating, the tables, and everything really isn't meant for large families or a lot of people in these RVs. So I was constantly starting a project with my laptop at the table, and I got up and move around, and then next thing you know, kids are doing crafts there or playing games. So I pick up my laptop and I move it, and I go over to the couch and I sit and I may work for a little while. It still wasn't working, and then I'd get up from the couch and someone else would take my spot there. Living in such a small space, none of us have any dedicated space. The only space that's really my space is my spot in bed and my cabinet and drawers. Every place else in the RV is fair game. So I was constantly struggling with some place to actually keep my stuff that wasn't my clothes or shoes, but really more of a place to where I could work. Our RV had a corner cabinet, as you can see, and there was a television there. We are not big television watchers. We do watch a movie every now and then, download something on YouTube, stuff like that, but we don't sit around the TV a whole lot. So to us, this was just taking up empty space. So we pulled out the TV, and behind the TV, there was a wall, at least what appeared to be a wall, but really what it was is just a couple 1x4s built into a structure to hold the television up. And behind that, there was a whole bunch of empty space. So we took the TV out, we took out that structure, and we ended up with this giant corner area that I decided to turn into a workstation, I guess you could call it. We used to keep our printer up in this cabinet, and if we wanted to print something, we'd pull it out, set it on the table, plug it in, print. So that was something we wanted to have a home. Laptops, where do you put them? I mean, there's not very much space, so we would have them just all over the place, and they needed a home. I had wanted a place to be able to stand or sit and work on my laptop without being in anyone else's way. So that means not on the couch, not at the table, not outside, although I do like to do that sometimes. Our bed, I'm not good at working on a computer laying down, so that didn't work for me. So I decided to make a standing desk. Well, my wife always gives me a hard time. I called it a standing desk, but it's a desk, or it's a workstation. So the workstation had to do many things. You know, anytime you buy anything in an RV, it has to serve multiple purposes. So this space, I really wanted to knock out a lot of needs for space around here. So the first thing we did was we took the TV out and we repurposed the wood that was in there and the panels. And what I did was I built a printer stand. The printer stand was roughly the size of my printer. It was built with 2 shelves that are slightly inclined down and to the rear, and with felt, and that's where we store our laptops. The felt's really good, the laptops won't slide. We haven't had any problems with the laptops on moving days while we're traveling. So then the next was the printer. The printer went on top of said printer stand, and I built it very specifically for this printer, so hopefully this printer lasts, because if it doesn't, then we may have problems. So the printer fits perfectly on top. Now, I'm not saying it's real easy to reach everything. It is tight, but the printer's there. It has a home. Next thing I want to do is to be able to hold my laptop as a desk so I could stand at it. My wife, again, will tell you that I wanted a standing desk, so I really wanted something high to where I could stand at it and work. The beauty of this setup is I can be working and I can just walk away and do something, help the kids with something, and then turn around and go back to it, and my laptop is right where I left it and right at the same spot. It makes it easy for not having to close it or power it down and put it away. It's just up out of the way, and I can go to it anytime I need. Now, I didn't really necessarily think I needed a second monitor when I was putting together this idea. When I was shopping for the gas arms to hold the laptop, actually the one I found had the monitor stand on it, and I was thinking, you know, it'd be really nice to have some extra desktop workspace while we're editing videos or pictures or anything like that. So the one with the 2 arms, with the one with the laptop and one with the monitor, really wasn't that much more than just a single arm. So I opted to go with the dual arm one with the monitor, thinking that worst case scenario, it just never gets used and it sits in a box, but the best case scenario, I would use a second monitor and it would actually come in helpful. So I was shopping for the gas arms at all the normal retailers, Staples, Office Max, Office Depot, Best Buy. Fry's Electronics in Renton actually was right near where we were at the time, so I went in and I found this set. The set is priced pretty competitively on Amazon. I give it a big thumbs up. It holds the laptop solid, the monitor solid. There's Allen wrench adjustments that you can loosen and tighten. It's basically like a full arm. It's fully articulating and works really well, and it holds the weight of the monitor really well. So the gas arm kit I bought from Fry's wasn't exactly what I needed out of the box. This set was meant to be clamped to a desk or a flat surface or a table to be mounted. So I didn't have a good place in the back of my space to mount that. The pole is about 1.5 inches. I went to Home Depot, and in the shower curtain rod section I found the perfect size pole, and it's actually a better finish than just like steel pipe from the plumbing department or a piece of PVC. I did want something heavier than PVC because it's going to be holding quite a bit of weight. So I found the right diameter, and then I brought it home, and I had a couple pieces of wood left over from the demo of the television stand that I made pieces at the top and the bottom to hold the pole, and then the gas arms mount to that. And you can set it to any height you want. The base thing turns, and then each arm can turn independently. So you really can get it exactly where you want it. The printer being there does limit it a little bit, mainly with the up and down. There's sometimes I'd like to bring it down low to be sitting on like a chair or a stool. But it works pretty good, and I can get it pretty close to where I want it. Alright, so the arms, though, with the laptop and the monitor, aren't necessarily meant to be like that when we're underway or when we're traveling. So on moving days, the laptop does come off the stand and goes into the slot, and then I unhook the monitor and just put it in my bedroom on the floor to be safe. Will then fold in, and they travel fine. And then when we get to the next spot, we just set it up and go to work. So the monitor, I didn't know if I was really going to like using a second monitor or if I would use a second monitor, and I didn't budget much for this project, so I really didn't want to spend a whole bunch of money on a big fancy monitor. So I went to a local Goodwill and I found a $13 monitor. It is a Samsung. It was an older one. The color is not the greatest. My thought was if I do it and I like it, then I know I should go out and find a better monitor, something with dual purpose. So I just bought it, and actually I've been using that same monitor since. It's been great having the second monitor. A lot of times we'll actually put a movie on that if we're going to play a movie for the kids. Like I said, we're not big TV users, but every now and then we will watch a movie, or we'll all watch a video on YouTube or something like that. So it's nice to have that bigger screen, bigger than a laptop, since we don't have a television. So in addition, I have my MacGyver box, which if you're an RVer and you don't have a MacGyver box, you should. Anyway, in my MacGyver box, I had an extra outlet with some USB plugs. I also had some random, like organizational things. I don't know. I had some paddle mounts. They are for paddles. I use them for our paddles on the ceiling in the toy hauler. And then I also had like this other random, I guess it would be for like hoses maybe, or cords, just a big heavy duty storage thing. So we got that. As you can see, the paddle mounts work great for the tripod. So I have all of our tripods and our monopod and stuff there, and there's actually a belt that I pulled off of the TV strap and used it to go around the tripod and hold it in place. As you can see, it holds our gear really well. We have not had a problem with the camera falling off on moving days, although typically it doesn't ride there. Something else that happened by accident is, you see this? That used to be a piece of glass. I forget what happened that day, but the glass was broken in that cabinet. It used to have a nice glass, stained glass look, not stained glass, smoked glass, dark glass, whatever, it was glass. It broke. So when it broke, rather than go buy a piece of glass or try to stain something that matches, we had some of this whiteboard left over from our fridge whiteboard project. So we just cut it to the sizes of the window and put it in there. And I liked it so much, I took out the other piece of glass and just made 2 whiteboards. It gets used a lot. I keep my thoughts up there a lot. And it's nice because you can update it and put projects up there. and whatnot. It's the best way for me to keep track of a project is to have it written down on my little list up there. I installed an Asus home router up in the cabinet there, and it provides the network for our computers or the kids' Kindles. It also, my solar system actually interacts through that Wi-Fi network, and then I just plug in my Verizon Jetpack to it with a USB, and that's how I get internet access. So it's been nice. My printer now has consistent connection, and we can, as long as we're on the network, we can just print on the fly, and we haven't had issues. And it's been nice because we can control the kids' internet access a little bit better. We created it because they're with internet, they can play Minecraft with one another but not be on the internet. And we have it set up as a little network cloud so we can share files to one another through it, that kind of thing. The OurV stereo is a little outdated. It still has that it's like a Jensen or a JVC, some high quality mobile marine audio. It's there, and we use it to listen to music in the RV. It's kind of a dinosaur though, because I have to plug in with a cord. It doesn't have Bluetooth or anything like that, and that's something we've been thinking about remedying, but just haven't pulled the trigger on it yet. I cannot stand laptop mouse pads. That's one of my pet peeves. That's one of the biggest downfalls, I think, of using a laptop versus a desktop. I'm old school. I like a mouse. So that's one of the challenges with the way I designed my desk was, how am I going to use the mouse? I pretty much had accepted that I would just be standing and using the mouse pad. And then I found this little guy. It came from Amazon. It is a clamp-on mouse pad. And then and it would work with a regular mouse, but then I have a ball mouse that sits here, and I can walk up and instantly just have control. And I've even used this a lot when I'm like sitting on the couch with it, or because I hate using the trackpad. So I've really loved that. That's been also a great feature. I'll put a link down below for that. So it's probably into this renovation no more than maybe $20 to $30 all in all, because I sold the television for more than I spent on a lot of the parts that I was using. And also I have a bunch of stuff in my MacGyver box that I was able to put to use. So it really was inexpensive, just some time spent. I even had the black spray paint from a project before that I painted the stand. It's nothing fancy, but it's versatile, so, and it's worked. Alright, so that is my workstation. I do have some links down below if you would like to take a look at the router I use, the printer we have, or the gas arms, or that cool little mouse pad that's clamped to my computer. I'll have links for all of that below. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions or suggestions, please drop them down below, and I'll be sure to get back to you. Thanks for watching. See you down the road.
Blah, 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 blah.